Alright, I've taken a long break from Magic and Standard. Aetherdrift is now out, and I haven't given this town a big enough decks a shot. I know for my Duskmourn, deck dump, I posted an Esper Pixie deck that was pretty similar to the deck that ended up being one of the better decks in Standard. Needed some work, but happy to see that that was one I got right. All that being said, we have Aetherdrift now, and I'm trying the Hopeless Nightmare, Fear of Isolation Shell, but this time with artifacts. So we've got Zoetic Glyph, which is an old card from LCI. You get a 5/4, and then you get to discover when it goes to the graveyard. And one of the new cards we have is Grim Bauble, which is a 1 mana, -2/-2. It's like a disfigure. You can sack it, surveil 2. That's not that important. Mostly what's important is that it's an artifact, which means that it can be glyphed, and it can be picked up because it is a permanent that will sit on your battlefield. So that's the relevant stuff. We've also got Tithing Blade, which can be crafted to turn into like a draining artifact. Mostly there just to be an edict that you can use multiple times, and then in case of the Filched Falcon as another sort of value card and win condition. In conjunction with Grim Bauble from Aetherdrift, we've got Oildeep Gearhulk. 4 mana, 4/4 lifelink, ward 1. When it enters, you can discard a card from either player's hand, and then that player draws if you discard. So notably, this can discard lands. So if you're playing with it and you want to take away your opponent's 5th land so they don't sunfall you, you can do that. You can also discard your own lands, which is way more relevant. I'm not sure if you need these Gearhulks, but I want to give it a shot. Mana base pretty straightforward. I have some Mirrex to give me extra artifacts for Case and Glyph. And then just a bunch of blue-black dual lands. So we're going to play some best of 1 with this. Just give it a few games, see how it goes, and make a quick video out of it. If you want the export, it will be in the description, and I will see you in the games. Alright, we get to go first. I've got a 1-drop and a Fear. I think we can run this. If my opponent plays a creature, I'll just Blade. Otherwise, I can just get the free clue. Yeah, I've seen some complaints online about this that this town ain't big enough stuff. Personally, I think it's kind of cool. I obviously haven't played with or against it very much, but compared to some of the other things going on in Standard, I think it's kind of interesting. I definitely respect that it can be really annoying. My opponent's not there, but we can rant. I definitely respect that it can be kind of annoying that, like, sometimes your opponent has a draw where they play the white 1-drop and then they play like the Stormchaser's talent, and then they play a Pixie and they pick it up, and it's just a lot of damage really quickly. So there's definitely some non-games, especially with the Esper version, but I think it's cool that like a sort of value pauper style deck exists, and it doesn't really feel oppressive to me like sometimes the Mice deck and Domain can feel. But I guess the one thing I will say is, like, it seems in the case of the Esper deck, like, their nut draws involve their mana working out, and it seems like their mana can be sort of costly at times. So if they draw like Seachrome Coast, Darkslick Shores, and just murder you, that sucks. But sometimes there's a cost to it for the people that want to play 3 colors and try to cast a bunch of different 1-drops. It would be super great if my opponent played, but come on. A land, yippee. Alright, let's grab our case. I don't know about this one. Not much to be said. This is maybe not going up on the YouTube unless my opponent decides to participate in the game. What can we talk about? How do you guys feel about Standard? How do you like Aetherdrift? Thoughts? Thoughts on Magic? Things seem pretty good. Okay, so they played a second land. Yeah, that I'm happy I waited for that. Thank you so much. Alright. Boom, boom. Run it back. So I would say my opponent's deck probably is favored in a longer game. I think the thing like the Stormchaser's talent stuff is probably just gonna outgrind me. But we'll see what we can do. Okay. Yeah, so this will give us a 3. And I will attack. We can sack a clue, and then we have a 4/4 to threaten. Have somewhat of a clock. Sure. I guess I will discard my island. Oh, I can do this at instant speed? Huh. Okay, sure. That's a better use of my mana. I had no idea you could do that. I'd be getting bounced to my hand. Or the Aether, as it were. Unfortunate. I think that's game if they have this town. But we could try to win with Mirrex, I guess. Doesn't seem particularly likely. I guess we'll pop this. I own this town. Well, there's nothing they have in play that I want to bounce. I don't even want to bounce my own thing. Suppose I'm just gonna pass and probably let them kill my fear. So I guess I would like to draw a glyph. I have Mirrex to make tokens. Yeah. Oh, maybe we can just win with Mirrex. I don't know. Alright, the most boring first game to start, but hopefully we can get through it. If they draw like anything that affects the board, we're probably just gonna die, but I guess we're just doing this. Okay. Your turn. I could have played a land, maybe. I should have played a land. That's my mistake. Whatever. It's not a super big deal. I guess if they put a threat into play, I can just like Siren Tithing Blade anyway. Pixie is annoying. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I think I'm happy I didn't play the land. This Mirrex is just soloing the game. Okay, I'm just gonna play the Siren and target itself. I value the Mirrex tokens higher anyway. You know what? I actually... No, it's fine. Can my opponent's deck answer this? I guess, how would they chain together a bunch of cards? Maybe I was supposed to play a land there. If I play a land, I can this town plus Mirrex activation. But making sure that their classes aren't doing anything is relevant. Okay. Okay, is that lethal? No. So I bounce that. 4. And then I bounce the blade. Wait, what if I... I guess it's better for me to just bounce the blade and the Hopeless Nightmare. So now I have, if I draw a land, I have Hopeless Nightmare plus Tithing Blade, even if they can somehow make another lifelinker. It's pretty unlikely they can make a lifelinker anyway, and it's going to be hard for them to deal with 3 creatures. Excuse me. Okay, so we're just back on get them with Mirrex. I guess at this point I'll just Tithing Blade. In that case, they're dead. Or does it trigger on my turn? Either way, I'm doing this. Okay, so how they need to remove this and then present a lifelinker or have a life gain source or kill me. I'm gonna take 4. So if they hit Hopeless Nightmare plus bounce, they could kill me. Oh, what a crazy game. Alright, nice. That was awesome. I mean, it sucks that my opponent roped at the start, but if he stuck with it, that was a gnarly game. GG. Alright, this is a keep. So I need a 4th land before I deploy this Mirrex. It's a little awkward, but we've got 24 land, should be plenty. That last game was pretty crazy though. Mirrex carried. I think, I might have already mentioned it. I don't know if this deck needs the Gearhulk. I do think the Mirrexes are good. You could maybe play Fountain Port if you really wanted to, but Mirrex is obviously ideal when you're playing a bunch of 1-mana spells. Okay. That was a good draw. Alright, well, Gearhulk is probably not going to matter this game, but have a decent start at least. And both of my cases will be online if they don't remove the blade. If they do remove the blade, then we get a discover, so we can find an artifact anyway. It'll be an interesting game. Yep. Could be getting Kaito'd. That's actually really annoying. I guess I get to nab the token, so it could be worse. Force them to have the land. Alright, I think I'm getting rid of this Gearhulk. Wouldn't mind them adding a creature to play. They did not. So, could suit up a clue. Pretty bad into this town. I could just pass, I guess. I think I will just pass. They're at 11, notably. Kaito, sure. They just ice my guy. They probably don't know the cases. Flash speed, I didn't really know either, so. Nice. Alright. Cool, so we beat Esper twice. So that's a good showing. Let's get a few more games in. Alright, I get to go first. We got a tap land, that's fine. My opponent is not playing a creature deck. This hand's going to be awkward, but most of the decks are creature decks, I think. Okay, cool. So the question is, do I want to use 1 mana or 2 mana? It's kind of interesting, I suppose. I think I should just not be greedy and save the blade. Like, if they played the 2/3, the blade can kill it. So I guess I have nowhere to run though, so maybe. Yeah, that was probably a mistake, honestly. I don't know if it'll matter too much, but I do think that I made a mistake. Because upon thinking about it more, there's not that many things they could have. So yeah, now things. That's not what I want to do. Now things are a bit awkward for me, where like I could just be double spelling next turn, but we'll see what happens. If we find a land, it doesn't make too big of a difference, but might be getting punished here. Bouncing the Glyph, I guess, is fine for them. If they bounce the Glyph, then I could just this town the Bauble. But I assume their intention is to race. Opponents having big thinks some of these games. I don't really know what they have that would make this particularly complicated. Well, that just crushes me, right? I guess I have nowhere to run, so it doesn't actually crush me. But, I thought it did. Okay. Glyph 2. I think I can race. Try to race. So yeah, if I lose, like if this game is close and I lose, I think it'll be because I made a mistake, probably. Because this Tithing Blade, would have gotten played, and then I would have answered this. I guess if this just stays, okay, well, then it didn't matter because I would have hit this and they wouldn't have had a creature in play. So never punished, I suppose. But so far the glyphs have looked nice. Get another edict. Is that a big deal for me? I suppose I don't really want to take 2 here. I'm probably just gonna get in for 5, and then this is gonna get cast either way. I think I'm just gonna trade. Like it's somewhat awkward, but we just want to find a case or another glyph. Is this exile? I guess it doesn't matter. Creature, vehicle, gain life, heal your speed. Okay. Well, we're very ahead in cards. Oh, this is funny. If my opponent has a sorcery speed spell. Okay, well, didn't really matter. Nice. Let's just use the map. Find a tap land. Nice, we do. And then if we draw an untapped land, this reef can hit. But we are pretty heavily in the driver's seat here. Sure. Cast this. Guess I'll just be greedy. Maybe splitting the difference is better. I don't think it matters. I'm kind of being lazy here. I do think splitting the difference. I think this play is worse, but I'm trying to kill them as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, okay. So we missed a point. Would love a land that would speed things up. Case is... I guess Case isn't actually that good. I only have 2 artifacts. It's fine. It's a way to draw cards when I have all these this towns, so I guess that's good. But all right, well we keep beating up Esper. Let's play one more. Hopefully we don't play against Esper again. But so far the decks looked solid. I have a really good win rate with these like blue-black pickup decks for whatever reason. All right, opponent goes first. We've been fortunate enough. I think we won all the die rolls so far, but yeah, let's keep. This is a hand that might just die to a turn 1 mouse. Alright, well, you hate to see it. Afraid we have been vanquished by my favorite card, Heartfire Hero. Yeah. I guess the nowhere to run is... Maybe we can clean it up. We'll see. Business, of course. Expect nothing less. It's nice I don't take any damage. Can't set up Glyph, but I think I'm just gonna hope that they don't have a creature. If they have like an offspring creature, we're just gonna die a miserable death, but okay, I mean... Yeah. If they have nothing else, I'm down. Cool. It appears they have nothing else. I will cast this. I think we're good. Probably need to draw like Emberheart Challenger or whatever it's called. The haste prowess thing, and then combine that with some spells. But it looks like this card isn't a threat. It might be a protection spell, but it's not a threat. So if they brick on a threat, so they're just doing this for damage. Okay. It's something that's probably not good enough, but I think they're dead. I don't think they can win anymore. Honestly, maybe I'm supposed to. So Monstrous Rage is 2. It still trades. Yeah, this is fine. Like I said, I don't think it really matters too much. So this still trades. Six. So we will bounce that, I guess. All right, what's the math on this? So 16 and then 9. So I get to 2-turn them. Oh, this isn't active, is it? Whatever, we'll go shields down and just get them. So, I actually do die to Monstrous Rage plus them top decking the Haster, which is something I should have played around, but I didn't. Alright, didn't get punished, so this deck keeps on winning a lot. Go back to the deck really quickly. I don't have too many criticism of it. It does seem good against these other small creature decks, and we kept beating Esper. I don't know if it's actually good against Esper, but we did keep beating it. Our opponents had like Sheltered by Ghost. But yeah, like I said, you don't need to spend the Mythic Wildcards on Gearhulks if you don't want to. I think I don't really want to give up the 2 Mirrex. I don't know what this could. This could just be nowhere to run. Excuse me, I can't talk. But relatively happy with this list. I believe it's 24 lands. In regards to how you build it for best of 3, I've just been lazy and clicking the buttons in best of 1 with new cards. I've said it before, but it just makes it a little easier for making videos faster. But I would just net deck some other blue-black deck sideboard. I don't think your sideboarding is going to be that different. Yeah, these are some cards that I was considering in my main deck, but decided not to have. So, yep, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This deck is pretty fun to play. I know that for all the people that have been playing Standard, maybe they're tired of seeing it, but I haven't been playing while this thing's around, so I've been enjoying my early reps with it. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys liked the deck. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.